Hey, Jason from Pro Guitar Studio here. Today we're going to take a look at the E major extended pentatonic scale. And I'm going to help you work through a piece of music that uses almost the whole position here that we're going to look at, which is the extended pentatonic scale from the open E note to the B or C sharp on string number 1. So let's just dive right in. We're going to hear the piece, then we'll talk a bit about what this can do for you, and also go through the chords that I wrote this over. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so now that we've heard the piece, what we can look at here is that instead of playing major or minor pentatonics in boxes, so if you're using, let's say, the major pentatonic, if we're in E major, it can be awkward in the open position, so you might find yourself playing up here, 12th fret, or 9th fret. And so E major and C sharp minor are relative to each other. So if you're working in E major, you might find some way to play that on the fretboard. I'm not sure what exact way you might have played the scale before. So let's just say here we're looking at the major pentatonic. The way that I'm going to do it here is an extended form, and I use this for almost any style of music as long as we're using the pentatonic scale. So major or minor, I can connect the different shapes in different boxes, but today we're just going to focus on learning the actual major extended pentatonic shape, and then also going through and learning this piece here. We're not going to worry about combining this or integrating it with different shapes of the major pentatonic, but we're focusing on getting the scale under your fingers. Okay, so first off, to play this scale, we're going to start on string number 6 in the open position, so open string. That's an E note. F sharp on string 6 is fret number 2, and G sharp, fret number 4. Now we're going to come down to the string number 5 and play the 2nd fret and 4th fret, which is B and C sharp. And so those 5 notes, those are the E major pentatonic notes. So what we're doing is we're playing this instead of in one box, we're moving across the fretboard and playing a little more horizontally instead of vertically, which means vertical is playing, let's say, up and down like that, where horizontal is playing across the fretboard. And this is a really valuable thing to do because if you're playing a piece of music, if you're stuck in one spot, it can feel quite limiting. Okay, so let's take a look. Once we get through those first 5 notes, we're going to go down now to string number 4, the D string. We're going to play the same 5 notes, E, F sharp, G sharp. And so I usually slide from the F sharp to the G sharp. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, and then string number 3 is 4, 6. And then string number 2, because of the tuning, it's a little awkward. We have to go down to the 5th fret on string number 2 for the E note. We're going to play the 7th fret, which is F sharp, slide to G sharp, and then B, C sharp, which is fret number 7 and 9 on string number 1. Be creative with your fingers, but you'll find most players will use their 1st and 3rd finger as much as possible for this particular shape. Now, I'm a big advocate of using all your fingers when you can, but for the pentatonic scales like this, literally mostly fingers 1 and 3. But that's just the only time, like if you're using other shapes of this, of the pentatonic scale, boxes, you're using the major or minor scale, arpeggios, whatever it might be, I always recommend to use as many fingers as you can. But for this right here, we're going to use mostly fingers number 1 and 3, and other fingers when you need them, okay? So that is our main shape. Practice that. Up and down. Once you get that going, then you'll sort of know how to play with this scale. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to learn a piece, like you heard earlier, that uses this scale, and it's on top of a chord progression. So first off, I'll just show you the chords that I was playing here. So we have an E chord. So 2nd fret, 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 1st fret on string number 3. We have an A sus2 chord. So 2nd fret, string number 4, and 2nd fret, string number 3. Okay, so it starts off. I go down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Go into A+2, down, down, up. And then E is down, down, up. Now we're going to do it again. E, same thing, so down, down, up, down, up, down, up. A+2 is down, down, up. And then B, 7. So 2nd fret, string 5, 1st fret, string number 4, 2nd fret, string 3, and 2nd fret, string number 1. And that's a down, down, up as well. This chord can be awkward to get on, so even if you get that root note first and add the other fingers afterwards, totally fine. We're going to go back to E, A+2, E, and then E, D with a down, down, up, so 2nd fret, string 3, 3rd fret, string 2, 2nd fret, string 1, A+2 with a down, down, up, and then on the E, down, down, up, down, up, back to A+2, just one strum, and then E, just for, let that chord ring out there. So the whole progression sounds like this. So this piece here, because of that progression, it will sound very country-esque, okay? So to have a country feel to it. And that's why I added a pedal steel or lap steel bend at the end, which can be a lot of fun. And I'll show you that. So there is one note where I'm bending to it instead of playing the actual note. I'll show you how to play it too, but you probably saw that in the demo. So we're going to start off our phrase going up the scale. So E, F sharp, G sharp, so 0, 2, 4, and then 2, 4 on the 5th string. And then we're going to place fret number 2 on the 4th string. We're going to slide from 4 to 6 on the 4th string. And then we're going to play the 4th fret on string number 3. And that note rings out for a quarter note. Everything else is all 8th notes. And then we're going to do a hammer on from 2 to 4 on the 5th string, so B to C sharp, to the E note, which is the 2nd fret, 4th string. And that resolves back to your E chord, right? And the second time, we're going to run up the scale again. And we're going to play the 4th fret. We're going to do a grace note hammer on, so a really fast hammer on to the 6th fret. So F sharp to G sharp. Back to the F sharp. All right, we're going to repeat our first phrase again. And phrase number 4, so somewhere we have A, B, A, like phrase A. That's phrase B, sorry. Phrase A again, and then phrase C is, we're going to run up to that note. We're not going to go here though. We're not going to go to the B note on string 3. We're going to play the 4th fret, string number 4. And then we're going to play the 5th fret and do a fast pull-off, a 16th note pull-off. Going down to the 2nd fret. Now you can pick that note or you can just slide it. I just picked it, I think, in the recording to give it more of an attack, but that works too. So this note here is not necessarily in the pentatonic scale, but it's a bluesy, soulful note that can be added in, and you'll find yourself as you're playing through like the minor pentatonic, major pentatonics, there are different notes you can add in. Chromatic notes, it will sound really nice, and this will work perfectly. If you're looking at the relative minor blues scale, this here is what's called the blues note, okay? But aside from that, if you don't know what the blues scale is, just ignore that and just think about it as what we'll call a chromatic tone. That's going to sound really nice. Stepping outside of the traditional major pentatonic scale. Okay. And then we're going to go to the 4th fret again, back to 2. And then we're going to run up the scale from the 2nd fret, string number 4. You can pick it or slide it, so 2, 4, on string 5, 2, 4, 6, on string number 4, 4, 6 on string number 2, or string number 3. So 4, 6 on string number 3. And then we're going to play 5 on string number 2, 7 on string 2, with a full tone bend. This is going to be hard to get. It should sound like the 9th fret. And then grab with our pinky finger onto the 7th fret, string number 1. So that there is a pedal steel bend. It emulates a pedal steel by bending one string while you're holding the other one stationary. So it can be hard to hit the right note too without playing with a backing track, trying to hear, making sure you're hitting it. So you're looking for this F sharp to sound like a G sharp. If you want to use a tuner, just check that out as you bend, or just train your ear. Play the G sharp. All right, so all together. And so there you have it. That's the full phrase. Break this down. If you need to, you can slow it down in the YouTube settings by clicking on the little cogwheel or the gear, clicking on settings and speed. We want to look at like 0.75 or even go slower if you need to, just to see what I'm doing. But this will help give you a handle of the major pentatonic scale in the extended shape. And sometimes it's much more fun to learn an actual phrase than just to work on the scale up and down, okay? So, like I said, all students get access to this. You can go into the student account under premium content and download the PDFs of the scale, also the piece of music we're looking at, and the recording is all there. And if you enjoyed this, subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week.